Hi guys, I'm going to wait for a few more people to come into the room. I'm not doing any tarot reading or any guided messages today. It's just talk here because last night I had a couple of my followers. No readings today, guys. Good morning. Kay, good morning. Joanne, good morning. Angela, good morning. Joanne, good morning, guys. I'm good, thank you. We're just talking today because yesterday when I did my live reading, I had a few people talk to me about how to connect to their angels and their guides, how I did it. And I thought I'd come on this morning and let you know because some people missed that chat. So I'm just going to let a few more people come into the room. I'm not doing any readings today, guys. I will be downloading the All Zodiac 5-day reading later on my YouTube, so go and check that out. How do you know if you're going through an awakening? Your every cellular in your body just feels highly sensitive, and a lot of people are going through that right now. Yeah, you missed it. Hi Angela, that's why I'm here today. I'm going to teach you guys how I got into communication with my loved ones on the other side. I've always had these intuitive abilities anyway since childhood. When I had my open heart surgeries, I've just always been connected to the other side. You know, a lot of psychics and mediums, they don't ask for their gifts, you know, they're born with it. They're just born with it. You can ask me anything you want, Trinity, anything you want on here. But guys, a lot of psychics and mediums are born with this ability as children. They come in, they can sense things, they can see things. Those children who have imaginary friends, they were loved ones, usually loved ones, guides, angels. And, you know, because we're so in the material world, we forget about that spiritual part of us. So we tend to forget that we actually came from up there. Our souls are not meant to be walking earth forever. We're only meant to be here for a certain amount of time. And then we go home. We go back to where we came from. You know, this took a lot of study, a lot of research, because I needed to find out what the hell was going on with me. You know, I experienced so many things in my life. I predicted so many things that had come to pass. And I have people who are witness to the things that I say and then it would come true. Started to freak me out. So when it started happening more than I liked it to happen, I thought to myself, I need to start delving into this spiritual side of me because I need to find out what the hell is going on. So, first and foremost, if there's any trials and tribulations that you're going through, you have the free will to choose to stay in the misery or to choose to get out of it. God, whether you believe in God or not, I don't care. Because everyone goes through their path of non-believing. And what happens is something bad has to happen usually before they call upon God, divine, the creator, the source of all love and light. It takes something to go really drastically wrong before everyone is like, okay, maybe I need to start believing in this higher source. And that's fine because everybody will eventually get there. Atheists, non-believers, people who think there's no such thing as angels. Hi, I was one of them. I was one of them. I was one of those people. If you had told me about angels in my 20s, in my teens, I'd be like, crazy. But after everything that I've experienced in my life, I'm sorry, but... And there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to be like, yep, she's absolutely spot on. It's so easy to connect to your guides and your angels. The problem with humanity and the problem with the ego mind is that we try too hard. Trying doesn't work. You don't... The divine source, the angels and the guides, they're really easy. They're of love and light. So when you're trying, it means you're trying too hard. You block the connection. When you connect to the other side, it needs to be effortless. It's supposed to flow easy. And people say, how do you distinguish from your angels and your guides and your loved ones? Because it sounds like my voice. They usually do come in your voice. You usually have visions. When you start meditating, And there's a lot of people out there as well, a lot of my followers that are like, I don't have time, I have a business, I'm a working parent, I've got no time. You do. You have 5 minutes in your life after everyone's asleep, after everything is done, to just tune out. And if you can't do it for an hour or half an hour or 20 minutes, you can take 5 minutes out of your day. I don't care who you are, you got 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes just to stop thinking. If you can master just observing the thoughts that flow in, whether it's the mundane, when I'm going to pay my next bill, the laundry, whatever. If you can be an observer of your thoughts and not be there in it, like you are the thought, then you have mastered meditation, because you will start to see things that will flow in visually. When you have a meditation, you'll start to see things, you'll feel things, you'll have goosebumps. What else? You'll start to see colors, the color purple. You start to see shapes. It all starts off with that. Then you start to see faces. And don't rationalize anything that you see, guys, because you block everything out. When you try too hard, your trying doesn't work with divine. They're effortless. They love you. It's so easy. It's supposed to just flow in naturally if you just surrender and let go. I love you too, Jenna. I love you too. You got to just let go, guys. Don't be... The problem when I started doing this is that I wanted it so bad. I just wanted to get the messages. I wanted to receive the messages. And I learnt that it was when I was in a calm state of mind, when I wasn't thinking too hard, that everything just flowed in so easily. So when I connect to the other side, for example, and I'm giving a message to a loved one from another loved one on the other side, first I set the intention. I set my intention. I say a prayer of protection. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. Archangel Michael is the angel of strength and protection. If you ever watched like those ghost stories and people who are live in a house where there's like demonic entities, the first thing that they call is Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is the one that takes any low level energy back to where it came from. I call Archangel Michael all day, every day, just for protection and strength, because that's what Archangel Michael does. There is a prayer for Archangel Michael. You can go on Google and you can just say the Archangel Michael prayer. It's a beautiful prayer, and you know, it's something that you should practice. What do you have to lose? Nothing. And Archangel Raphael is also the healer. So Archangel Raphael heals. You can Google all of these archangels. The archangels, there's so much to talk about. I'm losing track. But archangels are angels that are able to come into this world, that was of this world. And Archangel Michael is like a warrior. He's the one that does the battle. He's the one that takes any evil entities back to where they came from. Trinity, I'm not answering any questions like that right now. And it sounds to me like you need to get into meditation, because I feel anxiety when I'm around you. And if it's to do with somebody else, you need to detach. Sorry, that's the answer. If somebody else is making you feel out of alignment, you're giving that person power to make you feel out of alignment, and you need to stop doing that. So this is about angels and guide talk and how you connect to them. I'm not doing any personal readings. There's my answer to you, Trinity. So what do you want me to answer? Okay, so let's see. I am very well, thank you. I'm just going through some of the comments. Give me a second, guys. So Cleopatra, how do we know if we're going through an awakening, and how long does it take? Listen, the awakening will start from the moment that you're born till the moment that you go. And we're always learning something new. There's always something new to learn all day, every day. I'm still learning now, and I've been doing this since I was a kid. I've been feeling and sensing things, but I had to tune into the energy. I had to make time to do my research, to study, to understand. I had to do astrology. I had to do a lot of spiritual work. I had to do all of this stuff. So how you know that you're going for awakening, everything is uncomfortable. Sorry, but it is. Everything that's mundane doesn't matter anymore. Money doesn't matter anymore. You can have all the money in the world and you still feel unsatisfied. You feel unhappy. Why? It's because you didn't just come here to have money and to be materialistic, because you don't take any of your money and all of that stuff with you. Do you now? You don't. When you go, you take your actions, your words and your deeds. That's what I was told when I had my near-death experience. So in terms of the awakening and how long does it take, there's going to be a point in your life when you are completely awoken. Now, some people, it takes lifetimes, many lifetimes to come in before they are awake. Some people have to keep coming back here to the earth plane because they're not learning their lessons. They're not learning their lessons of self-love and of how to treat people with love and kindness and respect. And some people need to learn patience and understanding. So that is, love is the greatest power. Love is the greatest medicine. Even to the worst of your enemies, you need to love them, and you need to look behind the person that is an asshole, and you need to go behind the physical exterior and go to the soul of that person and wonder why they treat you the way they treat you. And remember this, guys, hurt people, yes? Hurt people, hurt people. Let me just see some other comments. Yes, but I am. Does it take as long? And I've been feeling this for months now. Months. Cleopatra, you've only been feeling it for months. I'm 40. I've been feeling it for nearly 25 years, 27 years. It takes a long time. It's going to take from now till you go. If you have awoken, what happens is when the soul has awoken and you've ascended, it's called the soul ascending. What will happen is when you cross over to the other side, you become a guide. You'll become... they call them ascended masters, guides. You become a helper for your children, your family members. You might be attracted to other souls that were on the same path as you in this life, and you're going to be there to help them out. But it takes forever. It's not a 1 month awakening process or 2 years. I'm still in my awakening process. I'm still there. I'm still learning, because you learn things every day. I was just talking to my mum about this. Angela, I love your energy. I love your energy, Angela. If you're talking about this, that means you're ready. You're opened. You're open to receiving. I'm very well. Peacock, Rani, hi, honey. Facts, yes. I've been trying to reach out to my mum. She passed for... Okay, Trini, here it is. I was 15 when she reached out. Now, let me tell you something about the grieving process. Everybody loses somebody. Losing your mum is like insane. I get it. But do you know why? If you feel like you can't hear somebody that you love, it's because you're in the grieving process, babe. When you are grieving, you are low. Your vibration is low. And let me just tell everyone here, for people that have lost someone, our loved ones, their vibration is raised up so high. They're basically with God divine. They're looking at you from up there going, yep, her vibration is so low, so I'm giving her signs and symbols, but she's not seeing any of it. And you need to grieve. We're human beings as well as souls. So you need to have that grieving part. And grief takes forever. Grief could take a lifetime until you connect to the person that you love again. But know this. When somebody crosses over, and depending on how they cross over, they always go to the other side. They're always with their angels, their guides and their loved ones. They always try to send you signs and symbols. But again, the ego mind tries to rationalize everything. So when you lose a loved one, you have to go through the grieving process. And then you have to get to a place of betterment. And when you're there, you're going to start to see weird things, and usually it's your mum, like it's the loved ones that try to contact you. How the lights are flickering, there's a cold energy in the room. If the energy is, it feels like it feels scary, it's their frustration as well. You're frustrated, they will match your energy frequency. If they're trying to come down from up there to match you, and then you feel an energy frequency that feels really uncomfortable in your room, it's because they're trying to match you. They're going to try any way and every way to get in contact with you. It could be songs on the radio. You could even ask them to come into your dreams. my mum would always say to me, you know, I miss my parents. And I said to her, well, then tell them to visit you in the dream. Or you can tell them to visit you here in the room. And she's like, no, 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 I don't want this. This is my mum. Yes, my mum's 75. And I said to my mum, tell your guardian angels that you want to dream of your parents. Tell your parents that you want to dream of your parents. She wakes up the next day and she's like, I had a dream about my parents. Oh my God. So ask. If you are in the grieving process, the problem is you can't see anything, but divine said grieving process is necessary. You've got to purge it, bring it up and bring it out. But what also they told me, what divine also told me, is don't stay in the grief process for too long. Because when you are grieving and you're in that state of mind for such a long time, your aura, and the aura is supposed to be a color of the rainbow. You're either pink or green or blue. And if you're grieving and you're in that grieving process for a long period of time, it will go gray. And you will attract grey energy, grey people, grey entities. You don't want this. So purge, be angry, be pissed off and grieve, but don't stay there for a long time. You know, you'll never get over the loss of a loved one. That pain will always be there. And I'm not saying to you that, you're gonna feel good. But at the end of the day, they haven't actually left. They're still around you. And it gets better with time. The healing there'll always be that hole in your heart when you lose somebody that you love, but they will make sure it gets better. And guys, the people that you love really would like you to heal quicker. Do you know why? Because they live vicariously through our eyes. So when you go on your holiday, they're going with you. When you're getting married, they're going with you. When you go everywhere, they go with you. And this was proven when I was doing a reading for my best friend's mum, who lost her husband from COVID. And it was so simple. I did a meditation in my garden. I shut my mind out and I set the intention. And I said to my uncle, I called him Uncle, give me something. Give me something that nobody knows. And he showed me a koi fish, like a gold koi fish. And then he showed me a green bean. I know a lot of my followers already know this story. Sorry for repeating it again, but those are for those of you who haven't heard this story yet. So I went into my garden. It was a beautiful day. I put my chair out and I went into meditation. I stilled my mind. I cleared out everything. Of course, what am I going to cook today? When am I going to pay the next bill? Yes, all of these things came into my mind, but I thought about it and I didn't become the thought. I just let it pass through. And then eventually my mind started to stand still. And then I saw a vision of, again, a pond. And I saw koi fish, goldfish. And the second image that my uncle gave me, who had crossed over, was I saw Jack and the Beanstalk. But in the Jack and the Beanstalk story, he showed me the green bean. Now, in my 3D, my eyes, my pineal gland, the third eye, he showed me a green bean. And I'm talking about Jack and the Beanstalk first. I saw Jack climbing up the beanstalk and I saw the green bean. And they highlighted the green bean. And then I had a doorway above my head and I could see my uncle like peep his head in. So say this is the doorway. I saw my uncle going, and my uncle's a jokester, right? According to my best friend. Now I call him uncle as a sign of respect, but he's a joker. And she goes, yeah, that's the kind of thing that he would do. And I was like, okay, so how did this all line up? I was like, I cannot tell Auntie Green Bean because she's going to think I'm insane. But then my guides went, just listen. You do not need to understand what this is. You don't have to understand it. You're just the messenger. You say the words. If it makes sense and it resonates with that person, then because everything that we're gonna show you, they're going to understand it. You don't need to understand it. If I was to see a pig in my third eye, I don't want to mention a pig, but then my guides go, they might have gone to a farm and seen a pig. You have to mention the pig. So I'm like, okay, fine. So as comfortable as I was to mention green bean, I thought this was really odd. So the day that I did my reading for my auntie, I went into her house and she had a massive fish tank. Guys, I knew that the soul of my uncle was there because when I got into the house, I went directly to the fish tank. There were 5 black fish and then 5 goldfish. Now, I went right up to the goldfish and I was just smiling, looking at the goldfish in this tank. The 5 goldfish went to the other side of the tank, and then the goldfish, the koi fish that I saw in my vision, in my in my meditation, jumbled together, and they started floating around like this, and they were all looking at me. And I grabbed my best friend's son, who's 10 years old, and I was like, Rome, do they do this? And he was like, no, that's so weird. And I was like, oh my God, okay, your grandfather is here. That's what I said to him. And then he was like, Mom, look at the goldfish, look what they're doing, it's really weird. So that already told me that I made that connection. Just don't overthink it, Anna, just go with it. When I was doing the reading, I was doing the tarot for my auntie, and I went, oh God, I can hear him going, say green bean, say green bean. And I was like, oh God. So I went, Auntie, Uncle's telling me green bean. And I'm like this, I'm sorry, but he keeps emphasizing about the green bean. And then she was like, oh my God. And then she got up and she left the table, and I'm looking at my best mate and her grandson going, where's she going? She comes back into the living room and she's holding this pack of seeds. And then she goes, I was planting green beans yesterday and I was talking to him. And I went, oh, what a relief. I was like, okay, so he's here with you, talking to you. And he gave me the green bean thing to let you know that he's always with you. How the hell did I know she was planting green beans? I mean, she could have planted carrots, tomatoes. I don't know. What else do you plant? But she would just happen to be planting green beans. And I thought to myself, sugar, okay, this is crazy. So this is why meditation is highly important. If you want to connect to somebody that you love, your angels and your guides on the other side. Meditation is also very healing for the physical body. Heart, the mind, the body, and the soul. It's very healing. You have no idea what meditation can do for you. And I always speak about Dr. Joe Dispenza Becoming Supernatural, this book, because through meditation, a woman called Anna healed her cancer. She did 3 hours of meditation a day. She had stage 4 cancer. She was supposed to live for 3 weeks. And then through meditation, 3 hours a day, getting out of the body, going back to the zero state, she cured herself of cancer. She went back to the hospital and they're like, what the fuck's going on? How did you do that? What have you been doing? And she's like, I've been meditating. And you gave me 3 weeks, 4 weeks to live. Yeah, I'm going to live forever, kind of thing. That's the energy that she gave out. And this is purely through meditation. Now, I'm all for, medicine. You got to take your medicine if it feels right for you. But if you can use meditation and go back to the zero state, then you will heal. People say, what the hell is the zero state? It's going back to the void. Just forgetting everything that you've gone through, all the pain and the sadness. Leave it in the yesterday and don't bring it into the present moment. Because if you really, really analyze everything, guys, what do we have? Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is yet to come. So what do we have now? This moment. And if you can become a magnet for your abundance, because it is our birthright to be blessed and to be happy. But a lot of people don't know how to get into alignment because they're too busy being miserable, thinking about all the sadness, thinking about being ill, thinking about their losses. And anyone that you lose, guys, you're going to see them again. If you don't see them here in the 3D world with your eyes, you'll see them through dreams. And people are like, oh, I had a dream of my loved one. And that was actually a visitation. Dreams are a visitation. And the reason why loved ones come to us through dreams is because that's when our monkey mind shuts up. That is when we are tuned out of our physical body, the ego state, and we're up in the spiritual area. We're in the astral traveling area. And that's how we connect to our loved ones. So, I needed to see this live. Shannon, I really needed to connect myself. You have to. Everybody needs to connect. And it's not connecting to the outside. Everything that you need, all the answers that you need is in here. We are born with the God source. We are all connected to God. It's like we're all God's walking on earth. And people go, but how could you say that? Because God is the creator of all things, heaven and earth. And we are a divine spark of that God source. So we're here to manipulate the energy and to live the best life. So everyone that I meet in my life, I know there's that spark of God within them. We are all connected to that God source. We all are. And we forget We forget because we had violence in our life. We were treated really badly when we were kids. We were bullied. Hey, man, I'm all of those things. We had no money. We had whatever the case is. I lost this person. I'm all alone in my life. You're not. Because loved ones, angels and guides, they walk with you throughout your life. They have to. It is like a contract that we sign before we incarnate into the physical body. We choose our experiences, and people go, why would I choose to be homeless, or why would I choose to have cancer, or why would I choose to want to have open heart surgery 9 hours long where they clamp open my chest and mess around with my heart where I could die at any point, get blood clots or poisoning. You know, why would I choose that? Soul evolution, soul growth. That's why we choose and we incarnate. And people that choose the hardest lives, let me tell you, that's because they don't want to come back here. They're like, when I go, I ain't coming back. I'd rather be a guide on the other side for a loved one. That's going to be me. You know, as beautiful as life is supposed to be a gift. And there are people queuing up there to come in, you know. So when a life goes out, one life comes in. So they're queuing up there because they know that 90 years here on the earth plane is really quick. In a blink of an eye, today is going to be gone and tomorrow is going to be here really quickly. And in the divine, where heaven is, there is no such thing as time. Time is linear. Time was created by man because we needed the structure. We needed to go by time. And that's why everyone's always rushing, because before this time, I need to get this done. But there's no such thing as time. There is no such thing as time. Time was created by man. Time was not created by divine, because there is no such thing as time. And if when you get into the meditative state, you can become everything around you. If you could visualize your aura just expanding out into the world, into the trees, into everyone that's around you, that means you become a part of all things. And what will happen when you become a part of all things is infinite knowledge. You gain information from the trees, you gain information from the spirit realm, you gain information, but you have to always make sure that when you do and you expand your energy, you call your personal guardian angel to wrap its wings around you. Now, I'm totally off base here because what I'm trying to do is tell you how to connect to your angels and your guides. Yesterday I done another live and I mentioned to you that when I connected to Astro, he's my guardian angel. Astro is the angel that walks with me from when I was born up until I was until I died, and I died 4 times and I came back. Astro is my personal guardian angel. I knew his name 5 years ago when I did a deep meditation. I was actually lying down on my bed listening to guided meditation, and then the music was just on, and then I went into a sleep state. So it was like I was in between. I was here and I was on the other side, and then I said, give me a name. And then for about half an hour, it took half an hour for me to be in that zone, and then I heard Astro. And then I woke up and I was like, oh my God, Astro, that's my guardian angel. It wasn't until 5 years later that I realized that Astro was a 10-foot tall, big black African with beautiful skin, a 6-pack muscles, and these massive angel white wings. That is when I knew that that was my angel. Now, guides say to me, you know, I'm like, what is your name? When I talk to my guides, and they were like, remember that guides was incarnated in the human plane. So guides have been human and have been on earth, and they're walking, they have walked through earth and walked through this lifetime. And what happens is they have ascended and they become guides on the other side when they cross over. Now, when I say to the guides, what is your name? They're like, from which lifetime? Guides have lived many lives, and their soul has evolved. That's why they're guides. So when you ask your guide, what is your name? They're like, okay, so from what century? What century do you want? Because we have many names. We have been here over and over and over again. You can assign a name to your guide if you want, because the name is not important. What's important is the message that they need to give you, so you can walk through life more effortlessly. So things can flow to you effortlessly. And you should have a mantra every morning, guys. A simple mantra like, God is the source of my supply. Or when you talk to divine, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. these are really good mantras. And this was a mantra given by, there's a book called Zero Limits. Go get that book. It's called Zero Limits, about a shaman. And the shaman says you need to clear out the energy all day, every day. How do I do that? Just by saying to the divine source, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. So people who are in business, car salesman, there was a chapter in the books about a car salesman that was like, you know, I don't know if I believe in what I'm saying. I love you, please forgive me. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. But you're saying that to the divine source. That's called clearing out the energy. So they just say it in their head. They're doing sales, whatever. And this guy was like, I work as a car salesman. And that day I was continuously just clearing out the energy. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Just saying it in my head. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I must have made 50 million that day selling massive cars, selling like beautiful, expensive cars. And he goes, and I never had that experience before until I started cleansing out my energy. So simple mantras, I say it every day. I say God is the source of my supply 3 times, and I add an amen and I add a thank you. I say healthy am I, happy am I, holy am I. Say that 3 times. I add a thank you and an amen. And then I say I love you, please forgive me. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I say that 3 times as well. This is called the clearing. And then I ask divine to make my lessons as painful as possible, painless as possible, not painful, painless as possible. Make my experiences for today as painless as possible, and show me what I need to know. What do I need to know? And it will come through a song, it will come through my phone, it will come through a person knocking on the door, it will come through whatever. For everyone it's going to be different. It will come through a dream, it will come through when your parents or your loved one talks to you, whatever, however it comes through. But these are mantras that I say, and you should also say, guys, and these are very important words to say. I don't chase abundance, I attract it like a magnet. Say those words every day. Say it throughout the day. I don't look for abundance, I attract. I don't search, I attract. I do not search abundance, I attract. I do not search for health, I attract. So mantras are really important because the physical body is trying to connect back to your soul, the higher self, the higher self. So that's how you connect, by saying positive mantras. And guys, trust me, I'm human. I get pissed off all the time. I could be driving and then someone cuts me up and I'm about to go, and then I'm like, okay, my mum like smacks me in the arm. She's like, love and light, Anna. And I'm like, love and light, love and light, love and light. I always have to stop myself from saying the things that I know I shouldn't say. And when you get to that point, that means you're getting further up the spiritual chain. That's all I'm saying. So it's just like, stop yourself. When you start thinking negatively, stop yourself in your tracks and change it. If you're about to say, oh God, look, I've got no money in my account, stop yourself from saying that and go, I am rich and I claim that today. Don't claim any illness that you feel. If somebody's saying, oh, I feel really ill, I've got a frozen shoulder, or I feel like I'm going to be sick, or I feel like I'm dying, don't claim that, because your words are so potent. It's so powerful. What you say, you attract what you are. So if you're high vibe and you're high loving, you're going to attract abundance to you. If you're low vibrational energy, you're going to attract that. You attract what you are. Like attracts like. That's how it works, guys. There are no readings today. I'm just doing a quick talk, and then I'll be doing the birthday things again. So how do we get past the blockages? I know there's a blockage. I know there's a blockage for me. Shannon, first and foremost, don't claim that. This is what I'm saying, guys. You have to be careful of your words, because you saying I'm blocked, you've just blocked yourself. Say I am open. I'm open to receiving. Guys, I can't express to you how powerful words are. Words are really powerful. I don't even want to name names, but there's a person in my life. And this person one day was so angry at a loved one in her family. And she was so angry and so mad. And in her anger state, she said, I hope she gets cancer. She got cancer. Words are vibrational, guys. Words become things. If you're ill-wishing somebody, you better make sure that you're digging some hole for yourself, because what goes out comes back in. I'm very careful about what I say. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Even when people can be so unbelievably cruel, I send them love and light anyway. But words become things. So when you're vibing low and you're saying, oh, I wish like this person, I wish that she gets cancer and she got cancer. You can imagine how that must have made that person feel. Why would you wish anyone that anyway? That's low vibrational energy. Watch out for what you say. Shannon, you're not blocked, honey. Your ego is making you feel blocked. You need to surrender, take responsibility for anything that you've done to yourself, any pain that you've caused upon yourself. And this could be, I've stayed in a situation for longer than I should have and it's caused me so much pain and now I need to go. That is taking responsibility for your action. And when you've done that, you're taking your power back. So don't ever say that you're blocked, because words become things. You are not blocked, Shannon. Somebody said, oh, why is my guides blocking me? Your guides don't block you. Your guides love you. Your angels love you. They're trying to talk to you, but with the ego mind being negative and low vibrational, you can't hear the message, can you? Because you're like, oh, my guides don't love me. Oh, just low vibrational energy. And remember, your guides are up here. You need to raise your vibration to match them. That's how it works. If you state that you're blocked, then you're blocking yourself. You are not blocked. You say, this is what I'm saying. If you have a negative thought in your mind, get rid of it and transform it into something more positive straight away, because then that will be a practice, right? So Shannon, you're not blocked, honey. I promise you. Go and meditate. And people are like, Anna, I don't know how to meditate. How do I meditate? Get on your bike and go for a ride by a lake, by a river, in the park. That's a form of meditation. Crochet. Do something that you love to do. If it's going to the gym, if it's sitting in a lotus position and saying Om. And you know that Om is so powerful, guys, by the way. That's why people do it. So if you can go into your garden and just sit there and just watch, just look at the birds and the bees and look at the sky and just listen to Mother Nature. That's meditation. Meditation doesn't have to be sitting in silence. If you can sit in silence, then yes, you are a master. And if you can close your mind off to the things that come in, let it pass and let it go and let your thoughts pass through. And if you can be an observer of your thoughts and not your thoughts, then you have mastered meditation. So again, meditation can be riding on your bike, going for a workout, just sitting in the room in silence, reading a book, crocheting, knitting, I don't care. Whatever brings you into a calm state of mind where divine is like, look, that person has got no thoughts. Let's go in and give them some messages. That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. Love how much you care. Letitia. We're all connected to each other. I don't care who you are. Man or woman, I don't care who you are. Race, color, creed, I don't care who you are. When you peel off the physical skin, our souls are all the same. We're all going to the same place. We're all connected. We all come here to experience the harshness of the planet, this world. Now, there are many galaxies out there, many worlds, many planes, many dimensions, and Earth is one of the hardest dimensions to incarnate in. This is like where everyone gets killed, where there is war, where is there disease, but it's how we act to these situations. Do we feed that energy? I don't like watching the news, because watching the news, does it not bring you low vibration when you watch the news? When you see the war in all the countries, when you see all the children starving and dying in the world, does that not emanate out an energy of negativity? So you fuel more that energy. I like to watch things more positive, more vibrational things that raises my vibration. I don't like watching the news. What do I need to know on the news? That people are killing each other? Okay, this has been happening since I was 8 years old, even way before. What do I need to know? That there's world hunger and children starving out there? What is the news going to tell me that I don't already know? We already know what's going on, guys, in the world, that everyone's treating each other like we're not one. I get it. Unfortunately, for those of you who think we are all separate, we're not. And it usually takes for you to go through the crap for you to finally see, oh shit, we are all connected. We're all having the same slightly different experiences, because we're all going to have pains and losses in our life. So we're going through that all together. That's the thing about unity, and that's the thing about us souls walking here on earth, is we're all feeling what we're feeling together. We are not alone. The homeless man on the street, who one day, guys, I claim it today, I'm going to open a homeless shelter and get every single person off the street. It makes me sick when I see homeless people on the street. I hate it. I hate it. So one day I'm going to have a homeless shelter all over the world, and I'm getting everyone. That is one of my goals, one of my dreams, to get people off the street. When I do tarot, I save that money because I want to put it aside to make sure that I can buy bare buildings and just put all the homeless people in there I have people already lined up saying, when you open up your homeless shelter, and I'm going to cook for them. I've got people lined up already. I've got people telling me I'm going to be the security for that place when you open up your homeless shelter. I've got people already. These are souls that are so divine, that are already helping me. It's already set in motion. So this is my long-term life dream, to get people off the streets. I would love to know if there are any spirits for me around today. Enchanted Craft Cave. You have spirits around you all the time. We all do. You want signs and symbols? Ask for it, surrender, and don't think about it. They will come in when you're not hyper in your monkey mind. You're never alone. I already said this. Enchanted Craft Cave, you're never alone. And when I do connect, I have to be in a meditative state before. So there was another time I was doing a reading for a client. She was from the USA, and it was so insane, guys. The message that I received really quickly. I was in the shower. That is where I feel like I have a waterfall cleansing out my energy, and all the negative energy is just flowing through the drain. And I was in the shower, and all of a sudden I heard angel, 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 angel. And I was like, huh? And I kept hearing the word angel, 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 angel. And I thought to myself, so this must be for my client. It's either they have maybe an angel tattoo, they believe in angels, they see angels, something around my client. So I get out of the shower, I get dressed, and I call my client. And before I get started on my tarot reading, I said to her, by the way, when I was thinking about you and I was kind of meditating on your energy, I kept on hearing the word angel, angel, angel. And then she was like, what the fuck? She actually was like, what the fuck? And I was like, okay, so I'm guessing I hit something. And then she was like, that is the name of my daughter's dad, and this is why I wanted the reading. This is how they come through when you're open. When you are an open channel and you're not thinking about anything negative, when you're just in a loving space and everything just flows effortlessly. So I happened to pull out from nowhere, because my guides gave me the name Angel, and I had no idea how this associated to my client. And she said it's the name of her daughter's dad. Another woman I actually read for, and I kept on saying to her, I keep seeing you like traveling, or you're around the world. She was like, yeah, I want to go on holiday. She wasn't, and I was like, yeah, no, I see you traveling and relocating, but this is not it. This is something else. I keep seeing you like I keep seeing the world around you, and it's like you're flying all over the world. And then she went, oh, I am a pilot. Hello. Hello. I am a pilot. You got the 12 Archangel book. Yay. Maria, you're going to love it. Oh my God, it's such a good book. This one. Yes. Amazon, guys. The lessons from the 12 Archangels. It's such a good book. Go on Amazon and get it. And like every day you can open up a page to it. Oh my God. And I just opened up and it says, listening to your intuition. You see, you can't make this shit up. Listen to your intuition. Pull a page, open up a page, read it from the beginning. But these are the 12 Archangels that will give you help. These are things how to get through. I really recommend this book to everybody. the lessons from the 12 archangels, especially if you're going through grief, if you're someone who suffers from depression or anxiety. How weird is it that I opened it on that page? You guys saw me. Look. Listening to your intuition. I mean, come on. Number 7. This is insane. Get this book. Highly recommended. And also Dr. Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural. Very good. So you can't make this shit up. Thinking about, you know, getting in tune and all of this stuff. It tells you everything. You've got, they'll talk to you, they give you guides and messages about the Holy Spirit, how to transform, coming home, listening to your intuition, imagination, gratitude, free will, working on the shadow self. It's such a good book. It's a really good book. So Maria, oh my God, you're going to love it. I'm so glad you got this book. I keep getting ringing and burning in my left ear. And I see white lights and shadows. Ooh, your clairvoyant and your clairaudit is highly activated, Kerry Lane. Highly activated. You know, I used to get that really loud ring in my ear, and I knew that it was my angels, my guides, and my loved ones. I knew that they were trying to contact me, just beep, continuously. And it had been going on for so long, to the point that I was so used to it. But then there was a day when I was having a bit of a bad day, and I was like, guys, this ringing in my ears is really loud and I want you to stop. I need it to stop. Just please let it stop. Just like that, it stopped. The problem was I was so used to having this ringing in my ear, and when I told it to stop, I didn't like it. And I went, I don't like it. Come back. Come back. I was like, come back. And then all of a sudden, beep. So it's like, I get it. So the ringing in the ear, and especially the left ear is connected to your heart space. It's connected to the heart space. So that's how they come through me as well. It's through the left ear. So listen. And that means if they're trying to talk to you, they're going to try and contact you through repeated numbers, signs and symbols, synchronicities, programs on the TV, all things like that. So, and you see shadows and lights. Everyone's like, oh my God, I saw a shadow in my house. I'm like, yeah. And then you think it's a monster or a ghost. Why do people automatically go to the negative part of things? This is the ego. This is loved ones. This is loved ones are like, listen, I've just moved something. You've seen it, but you're trying to rationalize it. So these are loved ones. You will always know it's a loved one because the energy is not scary. It feels good. And anytime you feel low vibrational entities or energies in your house, they don't like herbs. Sweet grass, burn it. Palo Santo, burn it. Sage, burn it. How I burn my sage, I close all the windows in my house. I burn my sage. I call Archangel Michael, always. Archangel Raphael. I call my guardian angels, my spirit guides, everything that I say when I pull cards. I close all the windows and then I smoke the whole area up, because for some reason negative entities can't stand this. And you know why? Because it's from Mother Earth. Mother Earth created this. So when I even make my mother and my daughter breathe it in, and I say a simple prayer, cleanse out my house, cleanse out this energy, any negative energy that doesn't belong here, go into the light. You're not welcome here. And say it with force. And like if somebody's going into your bag, you're not going to go, excuse me, could you get out of my bag, please? You're going to go, excuse me, leave, and don't touch my stuff. So you need to say it with feeling and meaning if there's negative energy in your house. Also, it's very good to burn sage if you've had an argument with your person or your partner. It clears out the energy as well. Say a prayer, again, a white light prayer, protect my home. I only want love, abundance, peace and happiness and health in my home. Cleanse out my home. And then you just do this all over the house, breathe it in. And then what happens is, and you tell the negative energy to go into the light. You're not welcome in my house. Go into the white light, get out of my house. And then when you've smoked up your house enough to the point that you don't have to do it until everyone's coughing, but then you open up the windows and the doors and watch that energy just go whoosh. So it's very good for cleansing the space. It's very good for cleansing internally. I like to breathe it in. I love Palo Santo. I love sweetgrass. Sweetgrass keeps the positive energy in. Sage gets all the negative energy out. And Palo Santo as well, because it's holy wood. So it's also very good to burn. What else? So that's very good to know. Just saying. Yeah, that's me right now. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying, Shannon. You're not blocked, honey. You really aren't. where do you get started? Like there is something or somewhere you start. The starting point for everybody when they want to connect to loved ones divine, and want to get answers of what's going on externally, I'm sorry guys, I know you don't like to hear it, but it's meditation. 5 minutes a day. 5 will become 10, 10 will become 15, 15 will become half an hour, and then you got an hour. And when you're tuned in an hour, you receive so many downloads. You'll even start to have visions of what will happen during the course of the day. Happen to me. So an example that I always tell my people here, my family on here, is when I was meditating one day, this was years back now, to the point I freaked out my own mum. I was washing the dishes, and I had a vision that my brother and his missus was going to come over to the house. And I said to my mum, I was like, Mum, you need to get the room ready because Ronan is coming to the house and you need to get the room ready. And she's like, no, I just spoke to him. He's not coming. I just spoke to him 5 minutes ago. He's not coming. And I was like, I think you need to get the room ready because I feel like he's going to come. Anna, I just spoke to him legit, like just 5 minutes ago. He's not coming to the house. And I went, okay. I was like, I'm just telling you, I think you should get the room ready so you don't have to rush and do it later on. I'm carrying washing the dishes. I'm still washing the dishes. 5-10 minutes later, my mom comes back into the kitchen and she was like, you scare me. And I went, what did I do? And she was like, your brother just called me and he said he's coming to sleep over. So you get downloads straight away. So Kayla, how do you get started? 5-minute meditation every day. And 5 minutes will go into, do you know why? Because when you meditate, you go into the void. The void is the zero state. It's like a rebirth. It's like the soul leaves the body and you're in the galaxy, and then you start to just sit there in peace. You're just in peace, and then all of a sudden you get thrown all of these images, these words, these feelings. People say, how do you distinguish from what is your voice or the voice from divine? Because it will come through the form of your voice. And then my reply to that is, it comes in effortlessly. It's not too screechy, too high, too happy. It's not too low vibrational where something doesn't feel right. It's just very level. It just feels natural. That's how you can distinguish when it's a low vibrational energy, your ego mind, or if it's too hyper, it's like, I don't know about this. But when it just comes in and it flows in effortlessly when you're meditating, and these things just flow into your matrix, that's when you know that it's a divine thing. If it comes up too high and it's too low and it's too, and it makes you feel out of alignment, it means that's probably ego. Don't trust that one. There was another day I used to work in a laundrette, and this man comes in and I touched him, like, okay, not in a perverted kind of way. He asked me for change. So he was like slurring his words. He was like, hi, can I have some change, please? And I was like, okay. As soon as I put the coins in his hands, I felt like I was going to collapse. I felt like as soon as my hand touched his, I was like, oh my God, I need to hold on to something. I felt his energy. It was like I became him. And when I went into my little room where I used to work in the laundrette, out of nowhere, it came really effortlessly. He's drunk. And I was like, who said that? It was in my voice, but I was like, who said that? I was like, he's drunk. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. When he left the shop where he was sitting, there was an alcohol bottle where he was sitting. It was left underneath his chair. And I was like, I didn't know that that was there because he had all the washing machines blocking him. So all I could see was his head. So I had no idea that under his chair was an alcohol bottle. But my guides told me that he was drunk. And that's why when I touched him, I felt like I wanted to collapse. He was overly drunk that I could feel his energy. His energy just penetrated me and I felt like I wanted to be sick. So that's how drunk he was. I absorbed his energy just by a simple touch. So for those of you who have that ability, when you just rub somebody's back or you're trying to comfort someone and you could feel that energy, make sure you clear out your energy before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning. A shower is a good way to cleanse an energy. Get the soap, lather up all of the negative energy in your hair and your body and just say, divine, remove from me what isn't mine. remove from me what isn't mine. And if you're not having a shower, you could even just visualize white light from heaven cleansing out your body all the way down to your feet and give it to Mother Earth. Mother Earth is there to hold you up and take away your burdens and your stresses. So give your burdens and your stresses to Mother Earth. Give it all to her. She can handle it. It's Mother Earth after all, and that's how we get grounded. So always say, angels, guides, loved ones, remove from me what isn't mine. I say this when I wake up, and I say this when I go to bed. I just say it in my mind. You can say it out loud. It's up to you. Let's see. Key blood. I get ringing in my ear and see shadows. Another clairvoyant and clairaudit. So do you do any private readings? I do. Half past mommy, I do. My link is on the bio. Send me an email and I'll give you all the details that you need to know. Everything that you need to know. And only if you're drawn to me, usually that's how guides work. You don't have to. There's so many beautiful, reputable mediums and psychics out there. So, I mean, you've got to use your intuition, trust your heart. If it feels good to you, then use them. I'll never, ever force anyone to get a reading. If you're drawn to me and you feel like I'm the one for you, then we have a vibrational match and this is good. So trust your soul. If I don't feel right to you and what I'm saying doesn't make any sense to you, you can find somebody else. There are so many reputable psychics, mediums out there. And guys, I just want to let you know, we're all born with the psychic ability. Have you ever had deja vu? Have you ever just had a knowing and you just know and then it happened? Have you ever thought of somebody and then somebody calls you, that person that you're thinking about? Have you ever thought of your best friend and there's a telepathy conversation going on between you two? Have you ever finished off the sentence from a friend or a loved one and you just know what they were going to say? We are all born with the psychic intuitive ability. I don't care if you think you don't have it. I don't care. If you're a human being and you're alive and you're walking on this earth, you have a soul in your body. So this is the vessel that is holding the soul. And you are all a part of that divine spark, that God source. So you are all born with intuition. A lot of us don't connect to that part of us because we like the material world. We want to make the money. We want to have all the expensive things. We want to have that perfect love and all of that. Great. And it's great to want those things. But when you get those things, there's still going to be something missing. And it's the spiritual part of you. It's helping humanity, being a humanitarian. Can you explain the light workers? Light workers are here to change the universe, to change the matrix of the world. You've got the rainbow children, you've got the star seed, you've got the light workers. All of us have come here to change the matrix of the planet. We're here and we all incarnated and we knew that this COVID thing was going to happen and we chose to be in here at this time because it will help us soul evolution, the soul's growth. Light workers are here to, light workers I feel had many past experiences. I feel like a lot of souls have. If you're one of those people that sees people on the street that you don't know and there's some familiarity between them, I feel like you're a light worker and you've been here many, many times. So light workers are people who've come here over and over again to bring light into the world, to shine a light, to be teachers here in the 3D world, to have the worst case scenario experiences and survive that. You're here to teach. Light workers are here to teach. Rainbow children, they'll come in with mediumistic skills, they'll come in with psychic skills. Starseed children, they also have that ability as well. They've come to change the matrix of the planet. And have you noticed that everyone is shifting into spirituality? Everyone is becoming atheists who never believed in this stuff, or all of a sudden starting to, maybe I need to reevaluate what's going on here because, you know, something does not feel right. And that's the missing link, is connecting to that spiritual part of you. Where's a good place to start, Shannon? Again, meditation. I've been doing research and stuff, taking time for meditation in etc. Just not sure what is the next step. Your guides will tell you through your meditation. Books are very good. If you read biographies about angels, about guides, about mediums, about psychics, they all talk from a loving reference. And don't get me wrong, there are some psychics and mediums out there that might but just use this for financial gain, and that's fine. That's their soul path that they need to learn. That's their lesson. That's their soul journey that they need to learn. So they do what they do. You'll feel when somebody is right and when somebody is wrong. Always trust your inside. Always trust your intuition, guys. You don't need me. You have that God spark inside of you. You don't need me. You don't need anyone to help you to know who you are. You need to listen to your soul and meditation. How you connect to the higher self is through meditation. When I started meditating years ago, and I find it, because it took me 8 years to finally really master meditation, about 5 years ago, I think it was, my higher self said, "You're finally here." My soul finally spoke to the 3D self and go, "Oh, you're finally here. Now we're going to have some fun." And boy, oh boy, oh boy, did we. We really did. Thank you for your wisdom, Emily Jade. I love you, honey. Thank you for your wisdom. I needed this today. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Again, always listen to your soul. Listen to yourself, your soul self. Let's see. They don't realize that they come from healing our traumas and ancestral patterns. Yes, pretty birth. Oh my God, you pretty bird. Sorry, pretty bird 369. Traumas of the past. There is a verse in the Bible. I can't remember what it is because the Bible saved my life so many times. I'm not Christian. I'm not Catholic. I'm all religions and none. But we need to cut ancestral ties that no longer serve us. This means I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody who is narcissistic and who was quite violent, because that's kind of what I was used to. I was so used to having violent mum, violent dad, and then it was a pattern that I just happened to get into. You know, my dad was abusive. Not me personally, but I had a lot of clients were saying to me, my dad is abusive, my mum was abusive. I got beats when I was young. You know, I was treated really horribly when I was young, like they didn't care about me. And what needs to happen is you've got to forgive and let go and know that these parents who were abusive, they just did the best that they could do. They did not know. They don't know what they're doing. They're going through that shadow self. So they didn't know how to love you the best way. When they cross over, they see through your eyes all the things that they did and all the pain that they caused you, and they will feel what you felt, and then they will learn their lessons on the other side, because on the other side is still learning as well. And what happens is you have to cut that pattern. You've got to cut that cycle. You've got to cut the trauma. So for example, I was in a really violent relationship. My daughter's dad he had no one. His mum died of cancer. He was put into a foster home. All the crappy things that a person could go through. Separated from his brothers. And I felt for him. And I loved him. I took him under my belt. I did everything. I was his mother, his brother, his sister. I was everything. His wife, I was everything to him. But he had narcissistic tendencies. He would use tears to make me feel like, please, I love you, don't leave me. And I had so much love and compassion for that soul that I stayed there, only to get beaten and for my daughter to get physically hurt as well. But then I found my power, so I thank God for my daughter. But I cut that cord. I didn't want it to go on to my daughter, history repeating itself. I cut the cord. I couldn't do it. And what happened was divine tested me with a beautiful young Rastafarian man come my way. Oof, I still think about him now till today. I used to be married to him in a past life, what my guides told me, which is why there was so much love for this stranger. This man told me he was 28 years old. He was 23 and I was 37. He looked 28, I'm not gonna lie, but he was beautiful. And he had the same pattern as my daughter's dad, the same pattern. And I knew initially that, you know, I'm going to use this guy because he wants to use me for self-satisfaction. And back then I wasn't like, you know, I was just lonely, I guess. And I was like, oh, this young man wants me, let's go for it. So it was like there was a love building up, and I didn't know how this level of love became so high for this person that I didn't know, but only to find out that we were married in a past life. And that's why there was this level of love, which he didn't even earn. And I knew that I couldn't be with this person because it would be the same pattern as it was with my daughter's dad. So I had to cut ties with this person I love, and I still think about him now. I do. I'm talking about the young one here. But I knew that I had to cut my ties with him because I didn't want history to repeat itself through my daughter. Because like Pretty Bird was saying, the healing comes from within. And you have to forgive the people external to you that hurt you. And it's not about the forgiveness for them. It's about letting go and forgiving them, because it will be a burden lifted off your shoulders. Forget them, forgive them, great. But it's not about forgiving them to forgive them. It's forgiving them because it's a release for your soul evolution, for your soul growth. So yes, 100% ancestral patterns. Cut that cord. Cut the cord. If you know that something isn't right for you, you can feel it. Cut the cord, so it doesn't happen to our children and our grandchildren. 100%. Let's see. I get ringing in my ears. Hi, Beverly. I will have a wonderful time. Okay. Advice on angel numbers. They're stalking me. Oh my God. So when you see 1111, that is the portal opening. That means you're on the right track. And guys, anytime you want to find out what a certain number is, go on Google and type in angel number 1111, 77, 33, and it will tell you exactly what these numbers means. There's also books on numbers, on angel numbers, so you can go on Google and type out what that means, and trust me, 90% of the time it is resonating to what's going on with you in your life. But 1111 is the portal opening, spiritual portal. It means you're on the right track. It means there's the time to communicate. There's going to be communication for you. Let's see. I think I'm ready. It's hard to open up. Angela, it is. It's so hard to open up because we're so in the ego. We're so in the ego. We're so afraid. And when I first done my meditation about 10 years ago, I felt really weird. Like I was in a meditative state and I actually could feel my guides. And at the time I was just like, okay, what the hell's going on? I don't like it. And I opened up my eyes and I was like, oh, I don't think I'm ready for that level of meditation yet. I was afraid. I was blocking myself. I wasn't ready. You'll be ready when it's time. When you're ready, you'll know. But if you just surrender and whatever happens, and know that you're protected, beautiful things will start to happen to you. Trust me. Again, Kiki, I keep getting high pitch rings in my ear, left ear a lot this week. That's it. That's the call, guys. That's the call. I'm telling you. When you start hearing the ringing in your ears, because you never had it before, and then all of a sudden there's ringing in your ears, that's the call. Repeated numbers is the call. I feel I can't stop grieving my granddad. Your granddad, I'm telling you guys, when you lose a loved one, they're trying to communicate with you, but in the grieving state, you can't see anything. You can't feel anything. They have to lower their vibration to communicate with you. And they shouldn't have to do that. You need to raise your vibration. But again, like I stated ages ago in the beginning of this conversation, divine says that grieving is necessary because we're human. Grief is, it's not a week. It's not 2 weeks. It's not a year. It's not 5 years. It's not 10 years. You'll always grieve the loss of your loved one. But your loved ones are like, listen, can you stop grieving? Can you go on a holiday? Because we want to live vicariously for your eyes. Do you know what I mean? Our loved ones are like, come on, get going. Let's go. Because when they die, they're happy on the other side. They're out of the physical body. The physical body is heavy. We have headaches and we have stomach aches and we have leg aches and arm aches and we have ills because we make ourselves ill from the negative thought patterns. Negative energy, negative thought patterns, negative people creates ailments in our physical body, transmuting that into some sort of illness. Worst case scenario, cancer. Worst case scenario, heart palpitation, having heart surgeries, having migraines or depressions or whatever. We transmute that energy of depression and sadness and stress into an ailment in the physical body, which is why divine says clear out your chakras. Get yourself into alignment. Get yourself grounded. Surrender. How old am I? I'm 40. Hillary, I'm 40 years old. On December, I'll be 41. I'm so glad I hit 40s, because they say that for Capricorns, any Capricorns out there, life should get better after 35. Life does get better after 35. And I'm like, thank God. Thank God I'm 40. So yes, I'm 40 years old. I feel like I never stop grieving. You'll never stop grieving the loss of your loved one, but your loved ones are on the other side. Can you please do something exciting? Because we want to go on holiday with you. We want to do something exciting. We want to live vicariously for your eyes. Mindy 1111, I love my hair. Thank you, honey. Slav, I've started writing all of the dreams I had. Good, because dreams are very, very significant. Dreams will also start to take play in the 3D world. Has any of you lot seen on Netflix, what is it called? Oh my God. Through Her Eyes, Behind Her Eyes, about astral traveling. So good. Oh my God, guys, you've got to watch it. Astral traveling. It's about astral traveling. Behind Her Eyes. It's on Netflix. It is so good. It's so good. In the beginning, you're thinking, what is this crap? But then afterwards, if you just be patient with it, it gets so good. I think I've watched it like 3 times, and it is a series, guys. It's a series. It's called Behind Her Eyes, or something along those lines. Behind Her Eyes, or something like that. On Netflix. It's so good. So if you've got Netflix, go and check it out. So true. I'm getting signs the last few years. My dad has been gone for 25 years in October. Marie, yes. Yes, the grieving, again, you'll never stop the grieving of somebody that you love, but life, it gets easier. It gets easier. And then you'll start to see that they're actually more stronger and potent on the other side. They can actually make things for you, happen for you on the other side. I've had some clients where I would do a reading and I would say, you're with your person, and they set that up. So divine have set up that the person that you're now married to would come into your matrix. So usually they work in our favor up there. So if you're lonely and you're like, oh, I want somebody, usually our loved ones on the other side are going to set up that you meet your partner, for your life partner. They set this one up. I mean, you could go to a grocery store and then you drop your tomato, and then this beautiful is like, here you go. This beautiful person is like, here you go. And then you're like, oh my God, that's my soulmate. So they usually set that up. Jake's, this beautiful person is like, here you go. And then you're like, oh my God, that's my soulmate. So they usually set that up. Jake's Hux, if I'm a scammer, why are you here, honey? Thank you for putting up my algorithm. This is what I'm saying. Negative people. Hello. Okay, I send you love and light, honey. Scammer. You don't have to use me, guys. You really don't. If you think I'm a scammer, you don't need to be here. But I'm talking about love and light and the divine. So, how do we act on these signs when we see them? Well, every time I see a sign, I'm like, I need more. So like my daughter, when I was telling you the story about my daughter, and she was like, I want to know. So I've got a clear sign. I heard Christopher, and then I said, now tell Christopher how you want to get signs and symbols. And then my daughter said, I want to see Christopher's name. So anywhere and everywhere I go, I want Christopher to show me that that is who he is. And it happened 10 minutes later through her boyfriend. Her boyfriend had an advisor, and the advisor is called Chris. And I told her that Christopher will connect to you this way, that way, this way. How do you act on it? That's up to you. That's up to you. They're only there to tell you that you're on the right path. Keep going. So how you act on it is, I would say, carry on meditating, because meditative state will tell you the things that you need to know and what's going to happen going forward. She's a witch. Okay. Hassan, I'm no witch, honey. I don't practice witchcraft. Sorry. I don't, if there are any witches, good for you. As long as you're a white witch, that's all good for me. But I don't practice witchcraft. I got nothing against it. And that's not how you spell witch, by the way, Hassan. Just saying. You're my brother and I send you love and light. Godspeed. But I don't need negativity on my channel. Block. Okay. Have been Sunshine Hodge. I've been awakening for a few years now, but got too much interest in, you got more into it this year, I feel, is what you're trying to say. Good. Read books about spirituality. Tune into that part. Tune into the spiritual part. I do a lot of reading. I like facts. I'm somebody that is, if I didn't do what I do, I would have been very skeptical as well. I would be so skeptical. I'll be like, listen, the thing is, if you're one of these people that I need to see it to believe it, you've got a long road to walk. You need to believe it to see it. If you're one of those people that are like, you know what, I need to see it in order to believe that this is real, it doesn't work like that. Divine is like, you need to believe it to see it. So that's how it goes. Believe it to see it. Don't believe her. That's devils, not your relatives. I don't connect to the devil. Sorry. Oh, Lord. Okay. Lati, she said to this person, Hassan, learn how to spell. Lati, I love you. Don't pay him no mind. He's gonna get there. Don't worry. Anita, my mum used to turn on the TV over her favorite channel. Do you know what, Anita? That's what happened to my best friend when her grandmother passed away. She would be on the phone to me, and it would be literally on live time. So I'd be on FaceTime to her, and she'd be like, oh my God, my TV's just gone on by itself. Oh my God, the cooker has just gone on by itself. And yeah, that's how our loved ones connect. And she would be like, can you please not communicate with me in that way? I don't like it. So now they're very minimal when they communicate with her like that. My mum used to cook. Okay. Really? Blocked. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is mute this person and mute. Oh, dear. For somebody who believes that I worship the devil, I don't really know. If you think I'm a devil worshipper, why are you still here? Lati, look at that. We must have been twins in another life, Lati. Why are you here? Exactly. Why come here? Half past, mummy, I love you. Why come here to disrespect? You're very rude. Just leave. You don't have to be here. Exactly. How do you get out of the grieving? Honey, you don't try to get out of it, because then you're fighting what your feelings are supposed to, you're fighting what you're supposed to be feeling. Enchanted craft cave, don't fight what you're feeling, honey. It needs to come up and it needs to come out, okay? And then live happy, because your loved ones want to live through your eyes. They always tell me that. We want to live through their eyes. Can you tell them to get happy again? Because when they go on holiday, we're going with them. When they want to do good things, have a party, we want to be with them. And you're not supposed to get out of the grieving process, because if you get out of the grieving process, you're repressing that feelings. What you need to do is purge it. You need to feel what you feel. Scream, throw a tantrum, go to a high peak and scream and shout and get rid of it. Don't. It's not getting out of it. You're always going to grieve somebody that you love and that you've lost. Feel your feelings, bring it up and let it out, and then start to become happy again, because again, your loved ones live vicariously through you. Okay. How to ask? Just ask, guys. Just ask. Argon Arong 86. Ask. In the Bible it says, ask and you shall receive. So ask and you shall receive. You can't get something if you don't ask, guys. And it's usually, can I just say something? If you're wishing for things for the self, it will take longer to receive. If you're asking for abundance because you want to help everyone else, that's when you get it really quickly, because you're helping humanity. You're helping everybody who's less fortunate than yourself. So you have to make sure that when you're asking, say, bless me with abundance, because I want to use the abundance to help humanity, to help mankind. And divine is like, that's one of ours. Let's go. So that's how you do it. And be patient as well, guys. And if you're impatient, that's a block. So you have to be patient. I have so many dreams, and I think I get so much info through my dreams, but most of the time I don't. It's okay if you don't, but when you do get information for your dreams, you have to write them down. You have to have a dream journal, because what happens is every time you're setting the intention of remembering your dreams, it will take part. It will happen in the 3D world. If you can master your dreams, then trust me, if you can master your dreams, then you can master the 3D world. That's what they say. Pocahontas, 1974. I'm not doing any readings at the moment, honey. I'm just doing spiritual talk here. Okay. I don't remember my dreams. It doesn't matter. If you remember a color, a number, a shape, write it down, because it will all make sense later on. Okay, so I'm not doing any readings at the moment, guys. Half past mummy, don't worry about that person. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. You're so sweet. Thank you. And Letty, I love you too. I love you guys. What about orbs? My daughter passed and I saw white orbs. Oh my God. So again, orbs are our loved ones. And my best friend, when her dad died, her son was in his bedroom, and he said, he's a little 10-year-old. He goes, Auntie, I saw the massive white orb in my room. That is your loved ones. 100%. Be open to seeing the orbs, because, and if you look at any of your pictures as well, guys, and you see like white dots, those are loved ones partying with you. Anyone that you've lost on the other, and that's on the other side, and you've taken a picture or a photograph and you see like circles, white circles, it's our loved ones around us, and they're like, yes, there's a party, let's go. So they're joining us. You know, do you know what I mean? So yes. Okay. Hassan, you obviously love me because you're still here. Okay. What if your mother's told you she hasn't actually loved you in this life, but told you in her last will? Our mums, the mothers and fathers that do cruel things to us. Okay, this is how it works. When you've got cruel parents, usually in a past life, you might have been a parent to those people. So we all come into a soul group. We all have a soul tribe. We all learn lessons from each other. So for example, let's say that I was my mum's mum in a past life, and I didn't do so good. I was like, oh, I was really bad to you as a mum, wasn't I, in this last life? And my mum's thinking, yeah, my daughter, let's say my daughter, my mum was my daughter in a past life. We're going to have to go in and do this rodeo again. But this time, I'm going to be your mum and you're going to be my daughter. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. So we choose our soul family, our soul tribe. And why? Because we learn lessons from them. And the hardest people that we need to learn lessons from, it's not people external to us. It's usually our family members. Our family members could hurt us the most. They're the ones that hurt us the most. And those are the ones that we learn valuable lessons from. And that's why we need to forgive. Because when you forgive, you release the energy, and then it doesn't happen to our children and our grandchildren. It's cutting the trauma from the past or past lives, and cutting that tie. Getting rid of that tie, that soul contract. Guys, if you can record this, but there's something that you need to, it's a mantra that you should say. You can write this down if you want, and I will repeat it 3 times. If you want to cancel out anything that doesn't serve you for your highest good, this is what you need to say. And I had to write this down, because when I meditate, sometimes I get things down and I have to write it down. You say these words, guys. Light up a candle, call in your angels and your loved ones and your protective guides, and you just say, I now remove, renounce, recant, revoke, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all and any agreements or contracts that do not serve me in this lifetime for my highest good. Amen. Say these words, because it will cut out anything that doesn't serve you. And for the next week, you're going to start to feel a bit out of alignment because you're cutting out a contract that doesn't agree with you anymore. If there are past contracts that you feel like, I want to be out of this low vibrational energy, a violent partner, low vibrational thoughts and feelings, say these words. I now say, angels, my guides and my loved ones, please surround me and listen to my words, because words are vibrations. I now remove, renounce, recant, revoke, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all and any agreements or contracts that do not serve me in this lifetime for my highest good. Amen. I will write that and post it up on here at some point so you can copy it, write it and stick it on your wall. And anytime you're feeling out of alignment, light up a candle and just say these beautiful words, and your angels will make it happen. Make it happen. So these are, again, guys, words are very, 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 very powerful. Words are so powerful. Do you want me to repeat it again? Get a pen and a paper, write it again. I will post it up on my these words because they're so powerful. Once more, please. Halfway through. Okay. I now remove. Thank you, writing these words. Good. I'm too fast. Okay, I'm sorry. Here we go. I now remove, renounce, recant, revoke, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all and any agreements or contracts that does not serve me in this lifetime for my highest good. Amen. You got it, guys? Should I do it again? I will post it, I promise. Angels, I remove, renounce, recant, revoke, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all and any agreements or contracts that do not serve me for my highest good. Good. You can make it your own words. Say that. Please, just joined. Oh, okay. Rough diamond. Shall I do it again? I'll wait for you to post it. Okay. I'm sorry. Will I be okay? Yes, you will, Veronica. You need to call your angels, your guides, and your loved ones. And you need to let go of anything that doesn't serve you. People who are important in my life are always related by numbers. Is that a thing? Yes, it is a thing. Heather, it is a thing. Divine numbers are so divine, and they're usually connected. You know, you can find your life path number by your birthday. Just go on Google and write down, how do I find out my life path number? And you will find out your life path number. And if you're like, it goes from 1 to 9, you do not change 11s, 22s or 33s. I would need to find a pen and a paper. LOL, Capricorn girl. Fellow Capricorn, yay. So again, I'm going to flip the camera to what I've written here. My wall is a bit crummy, guys. I need to... Okay, here we go. Can I flip this camera? Probably not. I don't know how to flip the camera. Oh, God. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. Do you know what? I'm going to just post it up for you guys later on. I'm going to just post it up for you guys later on because I don't think you can see it properly. But yeah. Okay. How do you break disillusionment? How do I break disillusionment? Light a candle and tell your angel, you need to surrender that disillusionment to your guides. They'll take care of it for you. You know, when I want to release things from my matrix, in Jesus' name, amen. Amen. I love Jesus. Every time I meditate, he's always around me. I love him. I actually posted on my Instagram a picture of what Jesus looks like. I know it sounds crazy, but what happened is there is a real life story. It's two children. One of them is called Heaven is Real, and there is an artist called Akiana Kramer. I think that's her name. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Now, these two children, one of them is from Russia, the other one is from the USA. This little boy had an illness, and what happened was, you've got to watch this movie. It's called Heaven is Real. It's on Sky Movies, I think. You might find it on Prime, or you might find it on Netflix. But Heaven is Real. It's a true story. This boy is well known all over the world. And what happened was, this boy was really, really, really sick. And in the movie, it shows him having his surgery, and then it shows this little boy flying out of his body. It happened to me and my mum, floating up out of his body. And what he did was, his soul went to different parts of the hospital. So in one part of the hospital, he could see his dad screaming in the chapel at God, going, "Don't take away my son. Why are you taking away my son? Thank you for the glasses." And then in another room, his mum is calling everyone, saying, "We need to do a chain prayer because it looks like he's going to go. We need to do a prayer for my son." And this boy's only like 5 or 6 years old. And what happened was, when the boy came back into his body a couple of days later, he would go on to say things like, "Oh, I met Pop." And he was like, "Oh, okay, well, when did you meet Pop?" And grandpa is dead. And he was like, "Well, when I left my body, I could see my grandpa." And the dad is like, "What the hell is he talking about?" And he was like, "Yeah, I saw you in the chapel. You were angry at God and you were saying to God, why are you taking me away? And then I saw Mum calling all the different people." And the dad is now thinking, what the hell? How the hell does he know that I was in chapel? He was in the middle of surgery. How does he know this? And then he would say, I went to sit in Jesus Christ's lap. I saw Jesus and I heard the angels. And whatever your spiritual beliefs are, if it's Buddha or Krishna, these are the divine that you're going to connect to. And then he went on to say things like, "I saw my grandfather," and he thought it was a grandfather that he knew that was alive, but he was talking about a great grandfather that had already passed and crossed over, and how he met that grandfather. Now, the mother was very skeptical. She was like, "You need to stop telling these stories about going to heaven and seeing angels and seeing grandpa. You have a very active imagination." And then that mother was so skeptical of what this boy was saying, because he was a child. That little boy shut her right up. And one day she was folding up some socks, and this is in the movie Heaven is Real, and she said, "Mum, did you know that I have a sister?" And then the mum proceeds to say, "Yeah, your sister's over there." And she's like, "No, I have a sister in heaven." And then she started crying, and she was like, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "Yeah, when I left my body, I saw my sister in heaven." And then she was like, "I didn't know it was going to be a girl, but I lost the baby before you and your sister were born. I lost the child, and I had a baby clothes, girl and boy, because we didn't know the sex of the child, only to find out now that you're telling me that I had a daughter." So it's a really good movie, and it was based on a true life story about heaven and about how souls cross over to the other side. There's so many stories, like films. I love these kind of films. And if you go on my YouTube, I've actually put, if you click on the little arrow, I've done a video here on my Instagram, because people are like, "Anna, where the hell is that arrow? Because I want to watch these near-death story experiences." If you click on my YouTube and you click on that little arrow on the right hand screen, it will open up my description box, and I've got so many links about people who have near-death experiences, going to heaven, coming back, not wanting to come back because it was beautiful over there. So it's really, really good things to watch. Heaven is Real. It's so good. In terms of, Charlotte, in terms of getting rid of disillusionment, you can write it on a piece of paper, call your angels, and you can burn it. I want to get rid of disillusionment. And you can just Write it down on a piece of paper. Angels, guides, loved ones, I surrender to you any disillusionment of mind, body, soul, and then burn it. Burn it. Light a candle and just burn it. And then surrender it and let them take care of it for you. That's how you do it. I'm so much peace. I was meant to be with you. I was meant to be working. Instead, I'm laying down listening. Yay! Good one. Good one. Gemini, Ricky, I think too much. Air signs, you think too much. You don't know how to stop thinking. My dad's a Gemini, and Geminis like to be on the move. They like to do things all the time. They can't keep still. Okay, let's see. I need this today. I love, thank you, Kira. I'm not sure why people keep popping in to my head. That's because people are trying to communicate with you from the other side. You need to open up. Let them talk to you. Just go, what would you like? Do you need my help? I keep seeing number 32. When there are numbers like that, I like to add them up together. That represents 5. There's a change around you. And you can also Google angel number Brenda. You could also Google angel number 32 and it will tell you exactly what it is. Okay. I'm so happy that you're on your live. Sammy, thank you. I love you, girl. What else? Thank you. First time here and I love your energy. I'm so glad that you're here, Heather. I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, sounds like the movie The Butterfly Effect. I've seen The Butterfly Effect. I thought it was a good movie, but Heaven is Real is just about a normal family. This man is a preacher. And he even had doubts. He was like, I'm preaching the word of God and my son is now talking to me about heaven and I don't understand how he knows all of these things. And why am I being skeptic about it? You know, skeptics are good. It's good to be skeptics because you need to research and find out for yourself. Cynics, on the other hand, they're non-believers. They don't believe in anything. They believe in what they believe in. They're the ones who are plugged into the matrix. But eventually in life, and this is what Divine told me when I meditate and when I connect to my guides and my angels, eventually everybody will get there. Namaste. That's how they said it to me. Don't worry, Anna. Everybody will get there. Namaste. Happy Days, a fantastic film. You know this. It's such a good film. You guys, Heaven is Real, Netflix. It's such a good film. Okay, wait up. I lost connection. Sorry. Not meant for me. And now I scrolled and you showed up. If you're meant to be here, honey, you're more than welcome. If I resonate with you, I'm glad. It's such a good movie. What else is there? A brilliant book to read, Embraced by Light. I've got so many books, I'm telling you guys. This is another book. I always show this book off. I know people are getting really sick of it, but guys, so these are really good books that you need to get. Past life regression is also really good to have because when you have a past life regression, it brings any fears out and up. So anyone who's got fear of heights, any phobias, it's usually to do with past lives. So some people would be like, you know, I can't stand like fire and I don't know why. It was probably because you burnt in a fire in a past life. Some people are afraid of heights. Maybe you got pushed out of an airplane. I'm afraid of heights. I don't like it. I'm afraid of heights, and I think it's because in a past life something happened to me in a past life where I must have jumped out from a high building or something to do with heights, something like that. Birthmarks are also signs of wounds from past lives. So if you have a really big birthmark, a prominent birthmark, that could be a way that you might have crossed over on the other side on a past life. That's what they say. Where's that picture of Jesus? It's on my Instagram. I'm going to post it up. I promise I'll post it up. Oh, I need to tell you that story. Sorry, I always go one thing and go to another. So in that story, Heaven is Real, this little boy from America, what happened was near to the end of the film, the dad started believing in everything that he said. And one day the dad was on the internet and he typed up Akiana Kramer. And Akiana is a self-taught artist, and what happens is in the movie you see a little girl drawing an eye, and at the end of this movie you see the picture of Jesus Christ. And as the dad in the movie was typing up Akiana Kramer and sees the picture of Jesus Christ, the little boy runs up behind him and he goes, "Oh my God, that's Jesus Christ, that's him." And then he runs off and he goes and plays, and the dad's going, "Wait a minute, come back here. Is that what he looks like?" And the little boy's already having his fun, going off and doing his thing. And this is a girl from Russia and then a boy from the United States seeing the same face of Jesus Christ. So it's not depicted as in what we see, the brown long hair and the, you know, he does have the beard, but he doesn't have brown eyes. His eyes actually look like the world. Jesus Christ's eyes looks like the world. So it's blue and green. It looks like the planet. It looks like Earth, which is beautiful. But I have his picture on my Instagram. And for me, I'm a child from Russia, a child from the United States seeing the same face. I'm sorry. So thank you for letting me know, Happy Days SF, about that book. I'm going to check it out. Embrace the light. Love things like that. What is your YouTube channel called? It's on my bio, guys. The link to my YouTube is on my bio. So just press that link and it will take you straight to me. Where's that picture of Jesus Christ? On my Instagram. Can you Google it? Look up the painting. Yes, you can Google it. Yes. By a 12-year-old girl, Akiana Kramer, 100%. 100%. Maria, Taurus, the bull. You got that stubborn streak about you. You love your food. You love spending money. And there's a very beautiful... Taurus have very beautiful aesthetics. Hi, lovely. Hi. Papi Latino. Hey, honey. I'm a Virgo and hold on to so much that I need to let go of. Heather, Virgos, humanitarians. Virgos are humanitarians. You have so much because you absorb so much from everything around you. You need to get you need to Google these books and buy it. Dr. Brian Wise, another doctor, he talks about reincarnation and how you're connected to the people in your family. He talks about how soul tribe, soul family, even like your boss could have been your brother in another life. It's crazy. But if you Google, I've got all of his books. I need to get one more. Through Time into Healing. And it says past life regression therapy can heal the mind, body and the soul. Dr. Brian Wise. I found this book on Amazon. I love Dr. Brian Wise. I love him. He's so good. And another one. This woman became a medium because she got into a car accident. They told her she'll never, ever, 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 ever walk again. But the angels were like, no, we're going to heal you. That's why it's called Angels in the Orb, because when she left her body, she saw angelic beings around her. And the angels, when I read this book, said to her, watch this. And the angels put a white light into the doctors, and they were using the doctors to heal her. And her back was broken into so many pieces, and somehow she managed to survive. She was supposed to end up like a vegetable, and she's walking. Angels in the Orb, another good book. Amazon, Trisha Baker, another good book. Dr. Brian Wise, good book. And Trisha Baker, and 12 Lessons from the 12 Archangels and Becoming Supernatural, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I will always promote these books in every chat. How does a Gemini then meditate? Try to keep my mind still, but I'm always thinking. All right, honey. Caroline. Listen. The problem with people when they meditate is that they get angry when they start thinking about the mundane things. Divine was like, let it come through. Absorb your thoughts. See your thoughts, but don't be it. Whatever comes into your meditation, just go, oh, I've observed that this thing has come through, and then let it pass. Sometimes when you see or think or feel or sense things that you're thinking about, it will either evolve and give you more information, or it will just pass through. So allow yourself to just let it pass through. People have a tendency to meditate, get into a state of peace, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh God, when am I going to pay the next bill? When am I going to do the laundry? What am I going to cook tonight? It's okay. Let those thoughts and feelings pass through. Be the observer of your thoughts, and then let it go through, or let it expand and let it tell you more. But don't try to control it. If you're trying to control your meditation, you are going to block out the energy of your angels and your guides and your loved ones. Let it pass through. And as you do this every day, your thoughts are going to just go through. Just keep going through. Let's see. So don't be so hard on yourself when you have thoughts and feelings during meditation. It's okay. You're supposed to. We're still human here. I can't stop. My mind's, I'm typical Gemini. My dad's a Gemini. My dad's always thinking. He has to be doing something brand new. Geminis are air signs. What does air do? Air is always flowing. Air is always on the move. So for you, half past mummy, you need to go outside into Mother Nature. You need to be in your energy. If you're a fire sign, you need to light candles. If you're a water sign, you need to be around a body of water, have long baths, go by an ocean, a lake, or a river. If you're an earth sign, you need to be out in Mother Earth, touching the trees, grounding yourself into the ground, touching the grass, being around flowers. If you're what did I say? So earth, air, water, and fire. So if you are any of the signs that are earth, air, water, or fire, you need to be in your element. You need to be around your element. You need to absorb your element. You need to get yourself grounded in your element. Taurus, earth sign. You need to be outside in Mother Nature. Must. It's the first time listening to you. Hi, Princess. Welcome. Oh my God, yes, Geminis, don't stop thinking. Don't stop thinking. Air signs, always on the move, always need to do something. Would it be possible to get some guidance? You can. For me, all I'm saying is meditation is key for everyone who wants guidance. You don't need me. You just need to tune into the heart space. Slav, when my day passes, I had a shadow from him sitting on my dresser table. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. If you fear it, you'll attract things to be fearful of. My daughter is a clairvoyant. She started off with clairaudit. When I was pregnant with her, I knew that she was going to have the same abilities as me. But I've been told that she's even more powerful than I am. She's a natural empath, so she feels everything vibrationally. She feels the energy of the frequency of the ground, the people, the animals. She's the baby whisperer. You'll have mothers. I have friends who are mums, and their babies, wah, wah, wah. As soon as my daughter carries that baby, there's something about my daughter's energy where that baby is just silent and still. I don't know how my daughter does it, but she's got that energy frequency about her. Cats are also drawn to healers and empaths and psychics and mediums. Cats, animals are drawn to you. Cats are all over this place. They're all over the garden. They're all around my daughter, around me. Cats are drawn to healers. They love our energy because there's a beacon of light above our head. So cats are drawn to us. When you're a healer, hey, sweet Mary Rose, how are you, honey? Sweet Rose, how are you, honey? They say that the souls on the other side are attracted to healers, and they're attracted to people who have that healing ability about them, because there's a funnel over your head of white light. That's where divine comes through, and that's why people are drawn to you. If you're one of those people that are always drawing in negative people, it's because you have a beacon of light over your head, and there's something energetically drawing about you where they want to come to you and suck out that energy. And that's why it's always very good to replenish yourself. What does 709 mean? Michelle, must Google it. There's too many number sequences out there, and there are spiritual meanings, but on Google you need to put angel number 709, and it will tell you exactly what it means. And 99% of the time, 90% of the time, it matches up to what you're going through. It's everywhere constantly. You need to pay attention to that, so go on Google. Sweet Rose, hello, how are you, honey? Princess, why I always feel my head raise like something is in my apartment. Probably is. If it's a negative energy, you need to get some sage. If you feel like it's negative, princess, sage. And call Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael and tell your angels, your guides and your loved ones to clear out any energy that doesn't belong there, and ask for protection, love and light, abundance and peace in your home only. Tell any negative energy to go into the light. You're not welcome here, go into the light. And say it with like you mean it, because we're more powerful than any negative energy, by the way. Why do you think good always conquers over evil? Because we're connected to the powerful creator of everything. So we are so powerful. It's your vocal. It's what you feel inside. And anytime you feel any negative energy, you need to visualize white light coming into your heart space. And you need to make that white light of love, protection, love and abundance expand and explode out energetically in your whole house, blasting away any negative energy. That's how you visualize it. Visualization is very, very important, guys. Very important. That's how you tune into the other side. If you don't have an imagination, meditation will get you there. If someone keeps popping up in your head but only met once, are they still alive? They should be. It could, usually when you're thinking about somebody continuously, it just means that that person is thinking about you as well, whether they're in the spirit side, whether they're across the veil or they're here. When you think about someone constantly, it's from the other side. They're trying to get your attention. They're like, I'm around you. If you continuously think about that person, if that person is alive, that means that person is thinking about you at the same time that you're thinking about them. So you ain't crazy. When you're like, why do I always think about this person and I don't want to? It's because you have an energetic connection. And what happens is that person is thinking about you. So it's a telepathic communication. Very telepathic communication. How does Gemini's meditate? Try to meditate. You got to start somewhere, and I would start outside because you're an air sign. You need to go and meditate outside. I would put my ass on the grass and then I would meditate. That's how you should do it, Carolyn. Meditate outside. And just, if you can't meditate with your eyes closed, don't. Leave your eyes open and just sit still and enjoy the sun, the birds, the bees, the butterfly. Just watch. Listen to this like a podcast while I go about my day. I love that. Thank you, MXN. I wish I knew what your name was. Thank you, honey. My son was seeing my husband after he passed and started seeing other spirits outside the house. That's because children are highly sensitive, highly spiritual, highly empathic, and so beautiful. They have such beautiful souls. Children have just got here from heaven. The children have just got here from heaven. So between the ages of 0 to, I would say, 7, that's when they're very highly connected to the other side. But then we take them to school, and then we get them into their logic mind. We get them into the left brain, where logic comes in. And study hard, guys. You know, we need to teach our children to meditate at such a very young age, because meditation will protect them spiritually and energetically. It's great to teach our kids maths, science, whatever, all the stuff that we need to know in the waking world, in the 3D world, to get us our jobs. That's great. But you need to teach your children meditation, to get into alignment into their soul, to listen to their gut always. Because every time you listen to your intuition and your gut, that's divine talking to you. That's your higher self talking to you, going, don't do it that way, do it this way. Every time I don't listen to my gut, like the other time, I was leaving my house, I got into my car, my gut, my soul, my guides were saying to me, Anna, I know you always turn right. Every day you turn right. But when you get into your car today, you need to turn left. Did I listen to my intuition, my soul, and my logic? No, not the logic. Sorry, I listened to the logic part of me. I turned right when I should have turned left, because when I turned right, I hit traffic. And my insides told me before I turned to go left. I don't want to go left because that wasn't my usual routine. I'm so used to doing the same routine all day, every day. But I didn't want to go left this time. Even though my intuition told me to go left, I turned right and I hit traffic. And then I could see my angels and my guides going, Now you're going to be stuck in traffic. If you just listen to your gut, your intuition, and you listen to us, and you turned left, you wouldn't have been stuck in traffic. And I know some of you have had that experiences. So don't even deny it. But yes, Slav, your child is highly sensitive, highly intuitive. Make sure they still stay connected. And if your son sees your husband, protect her, guide. Protect her and the guide. Welcome it. Go, what's he saying? Does he have a message for me? Say these things, and you have to be happy because they want to live through your eyes. So why keep absorbing people's feelings when they are sad? You can't help yourselves. Venice, my daughter is a natural empath, and what happens is you can't help it. When you're surrounded and you're with, and I'm like that as well. If I'm with my best friend who's really sad, and my mum, I can feel every fiber of what they're feeling. I don't like it. So I have to say, my angels, my guides, and my loved ones, please clear out from me what isn't mine. You have to clear it out. You have to say these words when you wake up in the morning, when you go to bed at night. It's very important to clear your energy, guys. Very important, because otherwise you're going to feel like you're so compressed by everything that's going on around you. There's too much sounds in your head. You need to clear it out. And that's why meditation is very good. Venice, meditation is good. You will absorb people around you because you are probably a natural empath. You feel everything around you, energy, people, animals. You can feel it. Even the trees, because trees are alive. Trees give us oxygen, right? We're all connected to each other. I don't like feeling of falling. You need to surrender and float. I mean, I get it. I've felt that feeling. Half past, mummy, I don't like the feeling of falling. Have you ever woken up from a dream and then you go, and you're like, oh my God, that's because your soul was astral traveling and then boom, back into your body straight away. And that feeling of falling, sometimes you need to just free fall. Don't be afraid. Just let it go and trust, because your angel always got your back. They always have your back, always. Guides and angels have always got your back. If you ever feel like you're blocked, Kira was saying to me the other day, why are my guides blocking me? Guides don't block you. Guides love you. Your angels and your guides loved you. They don't block you. It's the ego mind that is saying they're blocking me, and that's the block. Let go of the ego. Your books. Okay, hold on. Angels in the Orb. All on Amazon, guys. Angels in the... Angela. Angels in the Orb. Dr. Brian Wise. Just put his name in and it will bring up all of his books. They're all really good. Lessons from the 12 Archangels. Very, very good. Becoming Supernatural. Very, very good book. I highly recommend this. And I wasn't able to read at a young age. I had dyslexia, ADHD. When I was younger, I wasn't able to read. I couldn't tell the time until I was 13. And I used to think I was like an idiot. I used to think I was this, that, and the other, all low vibrational thoughts. And then I was told that you just see the world differently from others. It's actually a superpower, guys, just saying. With Dr. Joe Dispenza, with the Supernatural, Becoming Supernatural, I thought, let me highlight the important pages. And it turns out that every page is very important. And it was so weird. A friend of mine, one of my best friends, was diagnosed with cancer. And I kept on telling her to get this book. I was like, get this book, get this book, get this book. And she was like, yes, I have to prioritize other things. And I've got bills to pay, da, 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 da. And I was like, babe, get this fucking book. And I didn't need to tell her to get the book because angels had other plans for her. So one day she called me up. It was really late at night. It was like midnight or past 1 a.m. And she was like, pick up your phone, pick up your phone. Look what I received. And I kept on recommending her to get Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I had to recommend this to her because it's about healing, going back to the void. This first story is about a woman called Anna with cancer. And she said, pick up the phone. And I was like, what? And then she was like, something came through my today and you won't believe what it is. And she opened up the bag and it was this book. And it was from her sister's boyfriend saying, I feel like this book is necessary for you. This is going to help you. It helped me. And see how angels work. See how your guides work. I keep saying to her, you need to get this book. You need to get this book. And she kept on saying, I will get it at some point because I've got other things that I need to put my money towards. And I was like, no, you need this book. And somehow the angels and the guides, my angels and my guides connected to her angels and her guides, and somehow they made it happen, and the book came to her anyway. So I'm afraid of the dark. I love the dark. Carolyn, listen, you can have a little light, glow light, if you want. That's fine. If you're afraid of the dark, it's probably because you sense and feel things in the dark, and that's usually when they like to come in, especially between the hours. And when I say they, I'm talking about our loved ones, guides. Like the veil is very thin between 3 to 5 a.m. in the morning. So if you wake up during that time, it's a really good time to meditate, actually, because you get more information, because you're in a very guys. Hold on, guys. I need to get my charger because my battery's low. Sorry. How long have I been talking for? I've been on here for hours, haven't I? I haven't even had my breakfast. I don't even know what time it is. When I'm with you guys, time is linear. Okay, hold on. Let me just connect you. I think you're connected. I really hope you are. So if you're afraid of the dark, it's fine. Have a little glow light in the corner. Keep your light on. I love the dark. My daughter and me, we love the dark. And anytime there's like a crack in the curtain, our eyes are like, it's not even like a lot of light. It's like a tiny little crack in the curtain. Me and my daughter's like, we can't sleep. There's too much light in here. And it's just like, it's only a little bit of the curtain that's slightly open. I love the dark. That's when I can tune in the most. Are afraid of the dark. And that could be because of something from a past life trauma. So get this book, Carolyn. Get this book. This is a good book. Anything from Dr. Brian Weiss is so good. Look, 1.5 million copies. The first book that I received was Many Lives, Many Masters. That's a brilliant book to have as well. Dr. Brian Weiss, Many Lives, Many Masters. Dr. Brian Weiss, most doctors are very scientific, very left brain. And what happened with him is crazy. Many masters, he put this woman in under hypnosis, done a past life regression for this girl, and her vocal cords changed while she was under meditation, and it was one of his guides, and she came out with, oh, we have your son here. She didn't know about a son that had passed away. He had a child that passed away, and the guides brought forward the son, saying that you are supposed to be a guide, you're supposed to write books, you're supposed to heal people through past life regression. So this is a very good book. Anytime you're afraid of something, guys, it usually means that there is it usually means there is a past life trauma that needs to be cleared out. So it needs to come up and it needs to come out. I came on TikTok to look at your card of the day and recent TikTok. So happy when I saw you on live. Thank you, honey. Jalfiz. I'm sorry, I don't know what your name was, but thank you for joining me. Can you put them on your page? I will. I'll take a picture of all my books and I'll put them on the page, Angela, for you to see. Definitely. I asked my sister, who's my angel, current angel was, and said Kareem, angel of death. I don't know why people are afraid of the angel of death. When the soul leaves the body, the angel of death actually catches your soul and then carries you back home. Angel of death. So, Archangel Michael, patron of protection and love. Archangel Gabriel governs the emotions associated with the element of water, calms doubts and helps with anxiety. If you listen to the names of the archangels, they all have El at the end of it. Ramiel, Sariel, Ragel, Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel, Michael, and El represents the messenger of God. So again, Archangel Michael, the first one for me. These are messengers of God. Archangel Michael, patron of love and protection. Archangel Gabriel, is the one who announced Jesus Christ. He governs the emotions, is associated with the element of water. So any Cancer, Pisces, Scorpios out there, Archangel Gabriel is a great angel to call upon. This Archangel Gabriel, calms doubts and helps with anxiety. Archangel Raphael is known as the healer. He governs the mind, the body, and the spirit. He's the element of air. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. He governs air and helps with projects and focusing. Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel is the earth element. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Helps with music. And Archangel Uriel greets you at heaven's gates. I love that. And he also gives you messages of anything that you need to know. So like warning messages. Archangel Uriel. Archangel Raphael. I love him. I call him all the time when me and my daughter are fighting. Archangel Raphael, and I say this to both of any parent. I call Archangel Raphael because Archangel Raphael makes sure that everyone is well behaved. So for any of you parents out there, it works. Trust me. My mum uses the angels now all the time. So like, for example, when my neighbors upstairs are arguing and fighting all the time, me and my mum look at each other because we know we need to summon up the angels and send them upstairs. So we go, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, please go upstairs and give healing to the people upstairs. 5 minutes, I swear down, you can hear the crickets. It's an hour of screaming and shouting and fighting each other. And then once me and my mum calls on the angels and send them upstairs, surrender and believe, that's when everything happens. It's so crazy. So yes. So Archangel Raphael makes sure that everyone is well behaved. So for you parents out there, when your children are running amok and they're driving you insane, call Archangel Raphael. And then you've got Archangel Cyril, helps to keep things in order. Archangel Cyril keeps everyone in order, everything in order in your current life or what's going on around you, home life, work life. Archangel Cyril. And then we've got Archangel Raphael, the angel of hope. And Archangel Raphael greets us at death and takes you to heaven's gates. That's the angel of death. Archangel Raphael, I love him. He will catch your soul and he will bring you to heaven's gates. And she said Karim. So Karim, call that angel all the time and don't focus on the death part, because death is just a rebirth out of this body. So you could be a messenger to people who are maybe about to go to the other side and just say, look, just call the archangels. That's what you need to do. But constantly talk to your angel Karim, Sammy, always. A Libra man in a relationship. It depends on what star sign you are. If you're an air sign as well, that means you'll get on beautifully, but you could also headbutt. There needs to be an equal balance between you and the person. I feel like if you're a fire sign and a water sign, the water sign could over water their fire sign, which would create steam, which is great, but it also could be overpowering. So you have to be really careful. There has to be a happy medium. Are you doing any readings today? Rough_diamonds, probably later on. Oh, I'm so sorry. You sent me all those gifts and you missed out. I'm so sorry, hun. Rough Diamond, I promise I will do some readings later on and I will remember you. Just keep a watch out for me, because after this, I'm going to need to have a long rest because I'm feeling drained. What's the feeling scared? Why do you feel scared all the time? You need to surrender. Surrender your fear. And again, archangels are very good. Archangel Michael is very good for giving you the strength and protecting you. So, Angela, call the angels. Scorpio, wow. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Their emotions, water. They represent water. Water absorbs everything, can go anywhere, can mold into the shape of where it is. So you are very highly sensitive, intuitive, and empathic. So you would be very psychic. Why am I always spending money on my family? Why not? You're probably spending money, princess, on your family because in a past life you might have been stingy with your money and now that's why you're a giver. Everything always has to balance out karmically. Why I'm always spending money on my family? Honey, I can relate. Any money I gain, I don't spend it on myself. I take it out everybody else. That's what I do. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday. Oh my God. Maria. Audra Marie, 28. Happy birthday, honey. Happy birthday to you. Libra. And we're in Libra season as well. You have to find balance here. Mate, Pisces, such a blessing. And Pisces usually have a tendency to have a problem with their Achilles heel, their feet. So watch out for your feet, Pisces, because you absorb everything. Pisces, water sign, you absorb everything from the physical, from the earth plane. So you feel everything and it could affect the feet. So know that, because Pisces governs the feet. Does the shape of your birthmark have a meaning? I used to think that this birthmark here, it looks like an island. I think in a past life, there was shrapnel. There must have been something was blown up and it got into the skin. Sorry, that's a spot, so ignore that one. But all of these little birthmarks here, and I've got same birthmarks as my mum. It's really weird. But usually, no, the shape doesn't mean anything, but it usually means it's usually attached to a past life and something happening to the physical body of that life. Cancerians, highly sensitive. And you would be very clear audit as well. Cancerians, Pisces and Scorpio, you would be very clear audit. So you would see things. Tarman, if your career, uncertainty of my career, if you're not happy where you are, you need to reevaluate your situation. You need to leave. Do not stay in a situation that doesn't make you happy. If you're in a job that you love and the people are not resonating with you, you need to reevaluate your situation and do something that you actually love. I ask a lot of my clients, so do you love your job? And they go, yeah, I like my job. And I'm like, no, that's not what I said. Do you love your job? And they're like, no, I like it. And I'm like, you might have to reevaluate your situation then. Do something that you love. Life is too short, guys. Amazon, how do you say something real? How do you say something real about Leos? Leos, great hair, likes to be the center of attention. You love your food, but you also have the biggest heart, but you're also very, very, very critical about yourself. You are one of those star signs that really have self-defeating beliefs about yourself. You think you're not good enough. You'll come and exude to people external to you like you've got all the confidence of the lion, but you're actually got low self-esteem, and I don't know why. You've got the biggest heart. Straight 8 Leo. I think you're supposed to say amazing. So Leos, you have a tendency, I want all the attention on me. I feel good. I want to show people that I've got the courage and the strength and I've got all of this power. But then when you're behind closed doors, you beat yourself up way too much. What is your Instagram username? I think it is, I can't remember. I will post it up for you. Again, Kira, if somebody's, I'm not tuned in, so I won't be able to tell you if she's alive. That takes a lot of energy to tune into the other side. Again, I need to not be in a conversation mode with everyone here. I need to be still. If somebody keeps on popping up in your mind, whether they're on the spirit side or they're here, it means they're thinking about you too. Let me see. Okay, hold on, guys. My life is filled with energy vampires. That's because you have a beacon of light over your head. Maya, you're going to attract a lot of lame ducks. You know what they're going to do? They can see that your energy is really beautiful and they want to suck out that energy from you. You need to, when you leave your house, ask your angels and your guides, Maya and your loved ones, to put an energetic force field of protection around you. And you legit need to visualize a force field of white light protecting you. So no energy vampires and no negative energy can penetrate that light. So I actually recommend this for everybody who's in here. Visualize an energy bubble of white light around your body, protecting you, and then they can't absorb anything from you. You can give your loving, and then you need to send them away with love and light. But if you've got a lot of energy vampires, the people who attract energy vampires is because you have the beacon of light over your head. You will attract a lot of energy lame ducks. That's what I call them, lame ducks, energy vampires, because you have an energy to heal. They want to suck the healing out of you and then leave you feeling drained. So put an energy frequency of protection around you. Yvette, I'm good. How are you, honey? I have 5 cats. I love cats. My mum passed away, Butterfly 14232. My mum passed away last Sunday. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. And when I think of her, I smile. I smell cigarette smoke. Another sign. Yes. Cigarette smoke. If they're smokers, that means they're around you, and they do smoke on the other side, guys. Obviously it doesn't affect them like it does here because it's a spiritual body, but any loved ones who smoked in the past, they have a tendency to smoke over there on the other side. So yes, if you smell cigarette smoke, that's definitely, and your mum is a smoker, that is them letting you know that they're there. This is what I'm saying. I love how they communicate with us. It's so good. When you're an empath and you're a healer, it's very exhausting, Heather. Very exhausting. So exhausting. Yes. Aquarius. You know, I've read for thousands of people, and a lot of them have no idea that they have mediumistic abilities. They see it, they feel it, they experience it, but a lot of them have no idea that they're very powerful. So I kind of bring to light what you are, what powers that you have, and with great power comes great responsibility. Rough_diamond, are you a Capricorn as well? Fellow Capricorn, I am a Capricorn too. Capricorns, oh God. Capricorns are the father of the zodiac sign. The mother of the zodiac sign are Cancerians. Whether you're male or female, Cancerians are the mother of the zodiac sign. Capricorns are the father of the zodiac sign. Aries are the child, the baby of the zodiac sign. Me. My daughter is an Aries. But guys, Capricorns, we love stability. We like structure. We like things to be balanced out. We like things in their place. We're also people that don't really show our emotions, even though we feel absolute love in every way, in every avenue, but we just don't like to show it. We're also very pessimistic in the younger years, but as you get older, you need to work on your pessimism and start being more optimistic, because you have to realize, Capricorns, that our traits are yes, we like structure. Yes, we can survive on our own. Yes, that's what we're supposed to do. Yes, we have that dominant masculine energy about us, whether you're male or female. But we also need to learn how to surrender and let people in. It took me a long time. Like when my daughter would come to hug me, I'll be like, like I didn't like hugs. I'll be like my daughter's back going, okay, that's enough now. But now I want it all. I want hugs. I want touching. I want to touch, because touching is very important. But for me to sit on my desk, Maya, on my desk, and just take the fresh air, I feel good. So I'm Aquarius. You'll know what you can put your birthday on Google. My grandfather is here. He's just touching my hair. Okay. Sagittarius, are they warriors? Sagittarius, you can do anything. My best friend is a Sagittarius. So I have 2 best friends, Cancerian and Sagittarius. Sagittarius are the life of the parties. You can do anything. You're usually good with sports if you ever wanted to do sports. Sagittarius is a fire sign, very passionate, very creative. You could do anything. I don't even know what else to say. You could do anything. Sagittarius, you could do anything you put your mind to. Gina, Aquarius, very psychic, very mediumistic traits, Aquarius. Yes, everyone is psychic, but Aquarius has the ability to be mediums, just saying. Because I don't know how, but again, as an air sign, you're everywhere. So you can absorb everything. So Gina, you would be very mediumistic. Any Aquarius signs. Do you only sit and meditate, or can you be listening to music or dancing? Everything is meditation. The main meditation is sitting in silence and being sitting in stillness, alone, being self. Yes, but everything is meditation. How do I meditate? Yes, I do sit in silence and meditate and get myself in alignment. My meditation is dancing. My meditation is riding my bike in Mother Nature. My meditation is going out to a body of water, a river, a lake. I love being by the ocean. When you look at the Capricorn sign, because I'm a Capricorn, it's half goat and half mermaid. They have a tail, so I love the water. So you need to be in an element that makes you feel good. That is meditation. Doing something that you love to do. I don't care if it's riding your bike, crocheting, whatever. Black tourmaline, love it. I have black tourmaline all over my windows because it protects the energy. There's no negative energy that can come into your home when you have crystals around you. None. Not allowed. Because it's so protective energy, the black crystals. I have black obsidian, shungite, and black tourmaline in my house. I need to have it on me. And this is the flower of life. You guys can Google the flower of life. We're all connected. Thank you, Cindy. I love you. Capricorn Nation. Yes. Brown skin. Mummy. Yeah, Capricorn. We can do it alone. We're like, we don't need anybody. We can do it on our own. But then later on, it's like, no, I really want someone. I want to have somebody. I've been single for 10 years, guys. 10 years. I've had that beautiful relationship with that young man 4 years ago. Oh God, and I still think about it today. But yeah, I'm somebody that's like, I don't need anybody. I want someone, but I don't need them. Again, very fatherly energy. I'm a woman that thinks like a man. I can't help it. It's just who I am. Pisces, again, Pisces have that you absorb everything. You're a water sign, and you will also have in the later date any problems with your feet, so you have to make sure that you watch out for that. Watch out for your feet, because Pisces govern the Achilles heel, the feet. I'm really hungry. I haven't had any breakfast and I haven't even finished my coffee, and it's really cold. Okay, let's see. How do I book a session? Send me an email, guys. Anytime you want to book anything, love reading, tarot reading, if you want to know what your birthday represents about you, you can put that into my Q&A on my description box. But just send me an email. My email is in the link on my bio. Just click on that. My YouTube is on the link on the bio. Just click on it and it will take you straight to me. I meditate while bathing in water. Meditation in water is so good. That's how I got the name Angel. And my client was like, oh my God, that's the name of my husband or my baby dad. I have one on me now. Good. Queen Soul. Good. Apparently you should surround yourself with the element that you are lack in your chart. You can. I'm an earth sign. I have all elements around me. I have fire, I have water, I'm air is standard. Earth is my crystals. So yes, amethyst is so good. Clear quartz crystal, brilliant, clears out the energy. Do not sleep with a clear quartz crystal, guys, because you will astral travel. And then you'll wake up going, oh my God, I feel really tired. Yes, evil eye protects you from people evil eyeing on you. And some guy was posting up on Love and Light to him, was posting up, any woman that wears an evil eye bracelet or necklace, watch out for them. We wear evil eye to protect us from evil eyes. Do not wish any evil eye onto somebody, because what you wish onto somebody will just go back onto you. Law of attraction, cause and effect. Lady G, I got my crystals around me. Tiger's eye. Everyone should have a tiger's eye. Everyone. Were around my neck. I put crystals in my bra, for crying out loud. Libra, thinking too much. Libras, they think too much. Taurus, one of the most, I feel like Taurus are so beautiful. Like my person or my ex-person was a Taurus. My baby dad was a Taurus. They're so beautiful. There's something so beautiful about them. And usually Tauruses come in because they need to vocalize. So you're either singers, speakers, something to do with vocals, the throat chakra. But meditating in water is so good. Guys, I've been on here for like 5 hours, I feel like. I'm going to go and have something to eat and I will come back later on. I send you all love and light. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys so, so much. I hope I helped you in some way. If you just joined, I know, I need to eat because I'm so hungry. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you all. Thank you for being with me. I love you so much. I'll be back later on, I promise. Namaste.